Hey buddies, how's it going? Having coffee? You can have coffee with me, Frashosh. It is the second day in the Wii U week and things are going well. Yesterday we played our most anticipated title for the Wii U, the ZombiU game. ZombiU from Ubisoft. Did it live up to our expectations? Our expectations were pretty high. And I will admit they were based almost solely on the trailer because it had so much character to it and so much, like, you know, feeling of story sort of thing. Like, I guess I was expecting like sort of an overarching and grand story. I don't know why I expected that. I just thought that they probably had it in that they had it at the side. Like, even though I'd played it at PAX and I didn't see that, I expected they were going to unleash this insane like thing, but I'd say that was the biggest downfall, is that it didn't, like, over 3 hours of gameplay, it didn't grab us at any point. Like, you know, Becky's a good barometer for whether a game has that sort of it factor, because she is looking at it purely at surface value. In the case of first player games, I mean. Like where I'm playing, she's there just to, like, Ben is probably analyzing it as though he were playing too, but Becky's there just to see, like, does this interest me? Does it interest me like watching a film? And it didn't quite do that. The kills, Ben made a good point. He said that the kills, if they were more, you know, varied, like the initial wow factor of like killing a zombie first person and it grabbing you, and it had some neat moments where they grab you and they pull you down ladders, or they actually sometimes will pull you out of manholes, which is interesting. But Ben made a good point that if the kills of the zombies were more varied, it might be a little bit more entertaining. But we used the cricket bat. We didn't get, like, we didn't get any more weapons than the cricket bat, and we used the pistol for a little bit. Molotov, I think we did once. But I expected, like, with one weapon, you'd maybe sometimes swing like this, and then sometimes swing like this, and that sometimes maybe you'd hit them in the head, but other times maybe their arm would fly off, or it's almost always a routine of you hit them in the head, half of their skull comes off, you hit them in the head again, they go down to the ground, you hit them again, and they're done. And that got really repetitive really quickly. And I know that there are more zombie types. We saw a spitter zombie after a while. But, you know, again, our show is not a thorough review show. It's surface value, it's first looks, it's about, in the first 3 hours, if we're entertained enough, we might consider a long haul. Unfortunately, I don't think we are for this one. It has story to it, it's just that it's very not engaging. There's no characters that you're talking to. But then there's games like Amnesia where there weren't any characters you were talking to, and you were almost seeing the story unfold exclusively through text. However, that text was usually narrated. And also, I mean, it was a little bit more interesting, I guess, in Amnesia, because you're receiving letters from yourself, so that was a very interesting concept. In this, like, you need to fill in the story by reading newspaper articles, and they're not necessarily written very entertainingly. Really, when it came down to it, though, I don't think that it deserves as bad a review score as it's getting from some of the major sites. It's a divisive game because it's really all about whether you absolutely love the survival horror genre or not. And in my case, I kind of like it, but I don't love it. Like, it's just the monotonous inventory management and scrounging, and in this game in particular, this is an iPad, not a Wii U pad, but you're scanning like this all the time to find the items first, and it just this is not my kind of thing. So my subjective opinion, I think I said on the show that I'd give it a 6 if I was rating it subjectively, and if I was rating it objectively, I would give it a 7, maybe give it an extra point. I think that's probably fair. Maybe even, I don't know. So I hate giving numbers, but I like to hypothetically think, if I were a reviewer, what kind of points would I give? But whatever, doesn't matter. It's fun though, if you like, but I would wait for it to come down in price. I don't feel that even if you love zombie horror, it's a launch title, it will most likely be worth $29 in like 3 months, so give it some time. It's probably not going to be a problem for a lot of you. Probably a lot of you are probably looking at getting ZombiU, the Wii U, sometime after the holiday season. So look at it then. Actually, that actually makes me rethink the pricing, because since you know, the Wii U is going to be sold, kind of the hype of the Wii U is going to be going for quite a while. I think it might take longer for ZombiU to come down in price, but anyways, give it some time. If you see it on sale on Black Fridays or like, you know, then pick it up, like, or maybe after post-holiday you might see it on sale. So ZombiU, not quite, we set a high bar for it. Didn't quite reach that, but it's not a bad game either. And it's a pretty interesting launch title. Nice proof of concept, and they took a risk with it, and I like that. I would like to see a sequel with where the, you know, the story is just a bit better, you know, and more engaging. Other things. Oh, we went to Best Buy. I went to pick up a new camera for my Wii U pad arm setup, and that worked quite well. I'm using a handy cam now. I didn't like the GoPro's quality. I didn't like that I could control white balance or shutter speed. You can technically control white balance on it, but puts it into this prosumer or like pro tune mode that washes everything out because it's supposed to be used for post tuning, like doing all the adjustments after, and we're doing it live, so it didn't help me. Anyways, this is techie talk and it doesn't matter. I have a new camera and it looks much better, text is much sharper. Come on and check out that ZombiU playthrough below if you want to see that. When we were at Best Buy picking up that camera, they had like 20 more Wii U's behind the counter. So I don't feel like there's going to be a stock shortage, like a problem getting a Wii U. Just go start checking, start calling your local places if you're looking for one. Call them in the morning, ask them if they got some. Best Buy seem to be a good place to go. Costco's might too. They already carry ZombiU, but with Costco, they don't tell you when they're going to be in stock. They just bring them in on crates, and then they set them up by the cash usually when it's an in-demand system. That's what they did with the Wii's, and people just pick them up on their way out. They restock in the mornings, so if you're a Costco member, check those. That's usually a good place. But, you know, check around. If you're looking for a Wii U, I don't think there's going to be much problem getting one, at least for now, at least in Canada, at least in Vancouver, at least in the downtown area of Vancouver. I just don't want to give you advice that doesn't apply everywhere. That's your grain of salt. Next, today we hope to play, I think that we will play, yes, sure, we'll play Scribblenauts at around, I think, 12 o'clock, noon Pacific time. We're going to play Scribblenauts. Other games that just came out, frickin' hell, Hitman, and PlayStation All-Stars. PlayStation All-Stars can wait until we get the guys together, and we have to balance that out with what do we play? PlayStation All-Stars right now, or do we wait and do we do all Wii U titles this weekend and forget? Like, I don't even know what to do with Hitman Absolution. Like, I'm really wanting to play that, but at the same time, I feel like this week should be just, everybody just wants to see what's on the Wii U. It's really crazy to actually, you know, Far Cry, some people are criticizing Far Cry for its late release date in December, but maybe they had something with, you know, the hype of the Wii U is kind of droning out all other gaming news a little bit. So maybe they knew what they were doing by having a release on December 3rd or whatever it is in North America. Because it's kind of difficult, I feel, to release a game in the same week as Wii U, at least for us. I don't know. I know that our show drives a hell of a lot of sales. Speaking of which, I was thinking, you know, everybody always says, and I've had people recommend this, that they buy a game because of us, and they think that we should be putting like Amazon links or other links to where to buy in case somebody feels like buying it through one of our links. I don't like spamming, and it would be, like, if I were to do something like this, it would be very low profile, like a little tiny link underneath a video or something, or like a stream that would say, if you're thinking about getting this game, you can click here to get it. And we sure as fuck would not change our opinion of the game because we're trying to get people to, like, go click on the link. That would never happen. I would be, you know, like I always am, I don't think this is worth the money, or don't buy this at all, I hate it, or, you know, whatever. Which is funny because we call every, even though sometimes we don't like games, we always say that the game is awesome in our titles. I think you get that concept by now, right? That's kind of like our thing. So if you know of any like affiliate programs or like what services do you guys use to buy games online? If you do at all, do you at all? Do you just go to physical places and get them there? If we were to do something like that, what stores would you like to see us set up to do that? That's what I'm asking. I don't know anything about this. I'm not even sure if I feel like doing it, but I'm interested. Is that all? Wii U? When can we play? And also, I want to play Call of Duty sometime this week because I want to compare. And Ben and I want to jump back into zombie mode, but I think we'll give it at least a day break before we get back into zombies. Other games that Disney Epic Mickey getting lukewarm reviews. I'm a little bit worried about that title, but we'll give it. I think we'll give it a first look. New Super Mario Bros. U. It really does feel like we should just play that on Friday, doesn't it? Could we do a double header? You know, New Super Mario Bros. U and then PlayStation All-Stars. Do both first looks. And then maybe if either one we love, well, obviously, I think we're going to long haul New Super Mario Bros. U, but if we like PlayStation All-Stars, we might, you know, give it another night with a full-blown tournament or something like that. I feel like I do want to get PlayStation All-Stars out of the way. And again, I really want to play Hitman Absolution, and I'm considering maybe even doing a late show tonight to play it. I don't know. But for now, Scribblenauts for sure. Check out the links in the description. I'm going to link up the new ZombiU playlist, and we also have a current playlist going that shows you all of the, like, we just dump links into this one playlist called Wii U Week before the videos are even ready. Please don't complain if they're out of order or anything like that. We just put them in there as we see them, because before Ben gets them ready for release. No annotations or anything like that. So keep an eye on us. All your Wii U news this week on Video Games Awesome Live. I love you guys, and here's to a crazy-ass week with very little sleep. I love you. Bye.